Hello, everybody. The quote that I chose for Chapter 2 was, "Whenever there are power differences, there is always the potential for abuse." This was 2.4.2. Let's see. What I believe that the author was trying to convey by saying this was when a person comes into power, their ego may begin to grow, and they may end up using this power in inappropriate ways, like sexual harassment or workplace bullying, for instance. History has also shown us this with various country leaders in the past, people in power pretty much just taking control of the whole country, doing whatever they want. And it's also been in headlines recently in the news with all of the celebrity sexual harassment cases and stories and everything going on lately. This quote is important to me because I've kind of believed this for a while now, that wherever there is power, there can also be an abuse of power. It's not always a thing, but I mean it's always a potential, so it's always potentially able to happen. Like for instance, like when I was younger, I would see the smarter kids doing other people's homework, either bullies, well usually bullies or attractive girls, and it was either because the bully would force them to do it, pretty much coercive power, or pretty girls would act like they're interested in them so that they would pretty much do their homework for them. So I've seen this, honestly. I'm sure you have too in the past, so if you go and you actually look back at stuff. Chapter 14, the quote that I chose was, "Leaders must know how to write in an effective manner." And this was on the first page of Chapter 14. I believe that the author was trying to convey that in order to be an effective leader, a person has to know how to properly and professionally create and write business documents, because in the world of business, written communication is one of the main ways that people communicate within an organization or a company. So it's a very, very needed skill to know how to write professionally, especially when you have to write different types of documents, and you're writing to different people. So you have to know how to both be formal and informal, when to be formal and informal. You have to have good grammar. You have to know your punctuation, your spelling. You have to be on point pretty much. So, and this, if you don't know how to write properly and effectively and professionally when it comes to business, then that can potentially have negative impacts actually on how you're viewed as a leader and possibly your business. For instance, say you have to write a progress report to stockholders, but your grammar is horrible, and so they are not sure what you're actually saying about the whole progress of a project, and maybe they end up pulling their money out and taking it with them, and so you just lost all your capital for your project, and pretty much your project is at ground zero now. So without knowing how to write, without knowing how to write effectively and properly and in a professional business manner, a leader and a manager will not be as successful as they could possibly be. And that's why that was important to me, because as someone that plans on being a leader of some sort or a manager of some sort in the future, this skill is definitely pertinent to know. So that was my quotes. Thank you guys. Bye bye.